Until today, Brazil used to be considered one of the most popular places around the world that foreigners would go to give birth, okay? But that has all changed today with what happened with Elon Musk, okay? Before we talk about the most recent announcement with Elon Musk, we have to explain why foreigners are going to Brazil. And that is because they offer people, parents, one of the best opportunities possible to have a baby in the country. So if I went to Brazil tomorrow with my partner and had a baby, that baby would be instantly Brazilian. They would have the same rights as any other Brazilian person, and they would get a Brazilian passport. As you can see by this website here, the parents also both get permanent residency, and they get a pathway to citizenship that is much easier than what you would typically expect in other countries, okay? And this is why thousands of foreigners have flocked to Brazil in recent years to have babies. And this is also why foreigners go to places like Costa Rica or Mexico, because it is very, very easy for you to get that citizenship, okay? I believe in Brazil right now, amongst all of those countries, it takes you somewhere between 2 to 3 years for the parents to become a citizen if they have a baby in that country, okay? And I believe the rules are the same for all of those countries. Brazil, Costa Rica, Mexico. If you fly there, two parents, on a tourist visa, you pop out a baby in that country, the baby instantly gets that country's passport, and both parents also get a fast track to getting citizenship. Depends upon the country, but it's around 2 to 3 years, okay? And until today, I was considering Brazil a lot more strongly than I am right now because of that reason, because it is so attractive to give my potential future child and offspring, so to say, a second passport. I didn't want to leave them with an Australian passport, no way. Okay, and this is why I was considering Brazil, and I was considering that until I saw this headline here. Now, again, I'm not just reacting to the Elon Musk news. As you're going to see, there's lots of very strange things happening in Brazil over the past couple of years, showing that it might just maybe be going, in the wrong direction, so to say. But we can see here, Brazil has now blocked Twitter. How bad is this, policy? Well, if you're in Brazil, have a look at what you could be facing. An $8,874 fine for using X or VPNs. What? How ridiculous is that? Let's break it down for you. Brazil's Supreme Court announced a total ban on Twitter. Incredible. Incredible. A social media platform. And again, let's also remember why they're attacking Twitter. It's the only social media platform, well, there are others, but it's the main social media platform that doesn't censor information that the government wants you to censor. Again, when Elon Musk took over Twitter, we found out in the Twitter files leaks that Twitter was actively censoring all sorts of content in 2020. Anything that gave a different perspective about things that was not accepted in the mainstream media, all of that was banned. I know, because I had lots of tweets shadowed, banned and deleted, and all sorts of very wonky things happened to my account. Because again, we're not going to get into rabbit holes today. We're going to keep this very YouTube friendly. But I think you guys know what I'm talking about. But this isn't the only time that Brazil has taken a turn for the worse. Okay, Brazil's very own Joe Rogan has been cancelled in the country because of what he wanted to say and the things that he was working for in the country. So his name is Bruno Aib. Okay, that's his name. I hope I didn't butcher it. But if we actually, if we were to have a look at Bruno to show you guys just what's going on, he's a pretty big name. Okay, he's an incredibly big name. He has millions of subscribers everywhere. He has he's very, very popular on all of the big platforms. And, he was fighting for free speech, and he got absolutely cancelled in 2022. Okay, we can see here, this is actually very interesting as well. The former president of Brazil, Bolsonaro, also got in a little bit of hot water. I'm going to be careful with reading what I'm reading there, but he got in trouble for, let's say, 2020 misinformation. Interesting. But anyway, we can see here. I want to read this comment. I'm not sure what Joe Rogan thinks about me or about my government, but it doesn't matter. If freedom of speech means anything, it means that people should be free to say what they think, no matter if they agree or disagree with us. Stand your ground. This was, of course, coming from, the former president of Brazil. As you can see, this is his official account. That's his tweet. This chap has 13 million followers. So, of course, he's incredibly popular. I'm not going to get into how he got outed from the presidency recently. All I'm going to say is this is just another example of people getting attacked in countries that are trending the right direction. To give you some more context about that, as we can see, it wasn't just Twitter that got attacked. It is also Starlink. They had lots of Starlink users are having their accounts blocked. Of course, Elon Musk's company, Elon Musk's product, it's all getting attacked. But again, Brazil has been trending in the wrong direction. In 2023, the year that producer Pam and I both first went to Brazil, we went there in October for a very specific reason. And that was because in the month of October 2023, Brazil was going to make a change to their visa situations. And I would have actually had to require a visa under the new laws that Brazil was wanting to put in place in October 2023. So we thought, hey, we've always wanted to go to Brazil and go and visit one of the 8 wonders in the world. That was, of course, the Christ the Redeemer statue. That's actually in the photo of our profile picture here on YouTube. You can check that out down below. But we can see they wanted to force Australians, that's me, Americans, and Canadians into getting a different kind of visa, making it more difficult to travel. Again, why? Why would Brazil want it to be more difficult for tourists to travel? Doesn't make economic sense. Really does not make economic sense whatsoever, okay? But we can see that program has been delayed again. Brazil again extends visa exemptions for US, Canadians, and Australians. That means we can rock up to Brazil and just get a visa on arrival. We have a visa exemption, so to say. Okay, and they have been heavily debating whether to force us to get visas again, which again just doesn't make a lot of sense. Really does not make a lot of sense. And this is why people are going to continue looking for better alternatives. They're going to be looking to countries like El Salvador. They're going to be going and living in countries like Mexico, okay? Mexico right now, maybe it looks like the better option for birth tourism as opposed to Brazil, because Brazil looks like it's just trending in the wrong direction. America, trending in the wrong direction. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I was supposed to be going to the biggest Bitcoin conference in the world in America to speak at a little satellite event and do a ton of interviews. And literally the day before I was supposed to get on that plane to go to America, I got an email saying my visa was cancelled. My ESTA was cancelled. That was the thing that got me into America without having to apply for a visa. But that didn't stop me at least trying to sneak onto the plane and go to America. I obviously had a lot riding on that possibility or that situation of me going to America. The other co-founders of the company that I work with, they obviously spent a ton of money on accommodation to turn a little hotel room into like a big podcasting kit for me to do a ton of interviews in. So again, if you haven't seen the interview of me trying to sneak into America, as you can see on screen right now, I tried to sneak into the USA legally. I did film a video about that, and I filmed the whole process of me being in the airports in Colombia, trying to get on the plane and, with the ticket that I bought, but I was not allowed on. So with all that said, guys, check out that video if you haven't seen it. And with all that said, stay tuned to what's happening in Brazil and keep your eye out for the next